All right, portafilter gasket. So, portafilter gasket, group head gasket. There's probably a couple other names for these that I'm not saying, but typically a group head gasket we call them. They're the gasket that goes up into the group head, and it's what seals against what's not here is the actual filter basket, but it seals the filter basket up into this area like this. To make the seal between the group head and the portafilter. And let's see, so there's if you look at the side of a portafilter, these lugs, they're on a slight angle so that when you put them in here and move this, the portafilter actually moves up and creates pressure against that seal and makes everything watertight.
Okay.
Now, over the years, you're going to go like this, you know, thousands of times, hopefully. And this surface that's right here is typically brass. There are some stainless steel ones now, but typically this is brass and it's chrome plated, and it will wear out. It's not a super hard metal, and it will create some wear. This one's brand new, so it's nice and chrome, but you'll see maybe on your portafilter you'll see this this area like yellow brass. It'll just be worn off. It's normal. It happens. So this area up inside here, if you see this, this area where it fits is typically also made of brass. So when it goes up inside here, these little things, that's not going in properly, but just to show you, it goes in these little grooves and it wears against that too.
Okay.
More often than not, these are the things that wear out. But the group head does see some wear also. So, over the years, as these wear out, this distance from here to here gets smaller because you're taking off material. So that maybe instead of going to here, you have to go a little farther and a little farther, and eventually it goes too far and you hate it and you want to do something about it, but you don't want to buy a brand new portafilter because they're really expensive. So one solution is to buy a different thickness gasket. So different manufacturers have different sizes, and this particular one we have, it's really hard to see, but one's an 8mm and one's an 8.5 millimeter. And it's just 0.5 millimeters difference, but it's pretty significant in here. You put that up there, and it allows you to get a little more space in there so your portafilter locks in at a different angle. So it kind of brings you back to where you were before.
Okay.
So that's the reason why you would buy a different thickness portafilter gasket. If these just wear out, you buy the replacement one, but then if your portafilter seems like it's a little bit worn and kind of not stopping in the center here but going way over to the side maybe, you could possibly get a thicker portafilter gasket that allows you to come back to the correct spot.
So, like the gasket itself is going to have some wear and tear. So, if I'm slowly over time, you're going to go further and further to the lock-in position. Now, my symptom, I guess, for saying I should go up a thickness is if I put a new one in, and it's still all the way to the right.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Or if you see a significant amount of wear on your portafilter, and you want to try one, you can always just buy one to see if it works. Eventually, you'll probably need one.
Cool. B, any questions?
Not so much. You know, I think it's just good for everyone to know that when you buy, a lot of people call here and they're like, you know, this isn't the right size brew head gasket because my portafilter isn't doing what it used to. And this is a really good indicator that, you know, you're just getting some use in your machine. And it's actually not the gasket. It's good to check the gasket, but a lot of times if you're noticing that, it's, you know, it's just because you're got some wear and tear going on in your brew head.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Bill.
You're welcome.